QSales Data software links your ACT database with QuickBooks to make you and your business more efficient. There are three main reasons why companies buy QSales Data. Number one, to give their ACT users access to QuickBooks information without giving them access to QuickBooks. Number two, to eliminate double entry. The days of having to re-enter customer information into QuickBooks are gone. You can simply click a button and convert an ACT record to a QuickBooks customer. And number three, to use key sales metrics like last invoice date to perform target marketing. Now that we have the main features covered, let's show you how it works. For the initial setup of QSales Data, you'll need at least one computer that has both ACT and QuickBooks software on it. We have an installation wizard that will guide you through the entire setup of the product. Here's what the data looks like in ACT once you have QSales Data installed and configured. By installing QSales Data software on your computer, you'll see three extra tabs in ACT. The QB Data tab, the QB Transactions tab, and the QB Items tab. All the information on these three tabs is stored in ACT, so you don't need QuickBooks on your computer to view this information. We have an automated nightly sync program that is typically set up to import this information into ACT each night, and the information will sync out to remote ACT databases if you have those implemented. Let's first look at the QB Data tab. When you look at a customer in ACT, the QB Data tab gives you all the important QuickBooks information at your fingertips. You have past due balance information. The ACT user can quickly identify if this customer owes money, and never again will your sales team place orders for customers that have past due balances. You have key sales metrics in ACT like last invoice date, first invoice date, average sale amount, and lifetime sales amount. And you have the last 5 years of sales totals by month. These sales totals allow the ACT user to quickly rank the importance of this account. Now let's look at the QB Transactions tab. The QB Transactions tab displays all the QuickBooks information for that customer, and you can sort and filter the list to fit your specific needs. You can double-click on any transaction in the QB Transactions tab to see the line item details of that particular transaction. Our customers told us that the QB Transactions tab was great, but it's still annoying to have to double-click on every invoice to see what the customer purchased. So we created the QB Items tab. The QB Items tab gives you a list of all the products the customer purchased by item number. You can sort this list by any of the columns, and you can even grab the item number column and drag it up to the Group By section to see the information by product number and see when they purchased each item. Once again, everything on the QB Data tab, QB Transactions, and QB Items tabs is available from within the ACT database. You don't need QuickBooks running on the computer. The end result, the ACT user with QSales Data installed on their computer has a 360-degree view of all the customer information. Now let's talk about how QSales Data eliminates double entry and makes your back office functions more efficient. The features I'm going to show you next require you to have QuickBooks installed and open on your computer in order to function. With QSales Data, you can quickly convert a record in ACT to a customer in QuickBooks using the QB Create Link Customer button on the QSales Data toolbar. So let's go ahead and do that. This is a record in ACT. They're not in QuickBooks yet. I'm going to click on this button. I'm going to click on the Create Customer button and hit Create. It'll create the record in QuickBooks, and I can actually have it take me to QuickBooks to show me. That's how easy it is to create a new customer from an ACT contact record. And if we're ready to create a QuickBooks transaction for that customer, we can do that from the QSales Data toolbar as well. Notice all the different types of transactions that I can create. I'm going to go ahead and create an invoice. Notice that it pulls up the appropriate invoice pointing to that customer in QuickBooks. I can add a line item and create the invoice. And then when I come back to ACT, I can simply click on the Refresh Data from QB button, and it'll pull that transaction over right away. Being able to create customers and generate transactions right from ACT is a huge time saver. QSales Data also lets you push address changes between ACT and QuickBooks using the ACT to QB button. If you want to update a single address, you make the address change in ACT and click on the ACT to QB button on the toolbar to push the address change to QuickBooks. We also have a utility in QSales Data called the Contact Sync feature. This lets you push all of your ACT addresses from QuickBooks to ACT or vice versa. Now let's talk about how QSales data lets you perform target marketing. Because we store key sales data in ACT, we can use right-click and lookup functionality on fields in ACT to perform targeted lookups. For example, using the last invoice date field, I can right-click on that field and pull up all the customers that haven't purchased from us in a year. So I'm doing older than 365 days, and here I have a list of all the customers that haven't purchased from us in a year. And using the lookup items feature, I can actually look up customers that either did or did not purchase a specific item and then use that to cross-sell or upsell them. With the results of those lookups, you can use ACT to print labels, send a mailer, or even better yet, use the Swift Page e-marketing button to send out email promotions to those contacts. With Swift Page e-marketing, you can even track who opened the email and what they clicked on. So with QSales data, you can target market your customers like never before. So let's recap. By having QSales data implemented at your company, you can do the following. See all the important sales total, sales metric, and past due balance information from within ACT. View QB transaction and QB items purchased in ACT. Eliminate the double entry of customers by using the QB Create Link button. Quickly create transactions from within ACT using the QSales data toolbar. Eliminate having to make address changes in two places by using our address update features. And finally, use key sales data in ACT to perform strategic target marketing. With QSales data for ACT, we change the way small businesses do business.